All right, welcome back. Devin Haney goes in on Shakur Stevenson related to some drama that took place at a party in Houston, Texas, I do believe. And I got to tell you before we get into the details, man, I told you so. I knew that this was going to happen with Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson once Shakur Stevenson really started pushing to get the fight with Devin Haney. So what are we talking about? Before I tell you, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. So according to Mike Benson, in a video many people have seen, Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson ended up at the same party over the weekend. It's claimed Shakur sent Devin a bottle with a message saying, "Sign the contract," which is clearly an attempt to wrangle Devin Haney and tell Devin Haney, "Let's fight." Devin Haney responds, "Clown SHIT, Bob, J Prince, and I don't know what the F he's talking about. Just clout chasing. If it was a contract, then we would go into purse bid because he's my mandatory. When he really want to fight, tell his promoter. Until then, get off my DICK." All right, a whole bunch of holes in that one, Mr. Haney. A whole lot of holes in that. Grip of holes in that. First, let me start by telling you that, again, Devin Haney fans and Shakur Stevenson fans and anybody else I could tell, you knew that this was going to come. Devin Haney, when he was coming up, and Bill Haney, when Devin Haney was coming up, was quick to call out everybody and their mother in that division, and any and everybody that did not fight them, whether or not they had a valid reason to or not, was immediately called a duck. Also, they were very well known for the saying, "Send the contract, send the contract, send the contract." Now, this is not me making this stuff up. Any and everybody knows that I have chronicled this on the channel over the course of the last 3 or 4 years. So to hear Devin Haney say this, I have to tell you again, like I said, you knew it was coming. He says this is clown stuff. Bob, J Prince, and I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And do you know how they know? Because Shakur Stevenson got in the ring with Devin Haney after the Vasily Lomachenko fight to call the winner out in the actual ring, and Devin Haney turned his back and left without saying a word, without staring and looking Shakur Stevenson in the face, and stepped on out that ring. Second, if Devin Haney says, if it was a contract, then we would go into purse bid because he's my mandatory. No, that's not how that works. If it was a contract, you'd go into negotiations, not into purse bid. If what you mean is, if you mean what you say, when you say if it was a contract, then we would go into purse bid. That means that you would turn down the contract, because if he sends you a contract and you accept it, there's no need to go to purse bid because he's my mandatory. No, you do not have to force a purse bid if you can fight that man as a mandatory, as a voluntary, and skip the entire thing, all the conversations about being a mandatory and then having to go to purse bid and all of that. When he really want to fight, tell his promoter. Okay, how can Devin Haney then talk directly to Bill Haney? Bill Haney speak directly to Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis and talk to him about getting a fight with Gervonta Davis, but you can't call Al Heyman himself to talk about setting a fight with Gervonta Davis. How come They couldn't call Al Heyman directly when they wanted to get a fight with Gary Russell Jr. They talked to Gary Russell Jr. directly. And the same thing for several other fighters. I'm telling you, man, Devin will not want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Now, when he said, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just clout chasing. No. Shakur Stevenson is a top-rated fighter in by the WBC and the WBO. He is a unified champion at 130 pounds. He was a champion at 126 pounds. He's right there on the pound for pound list, right with you. That is not a clout chase. That is a highly skilled, highly qualified contender in the same weight class that you were in, asking for a fight. Now, when he says send the contract, again, I keep telling people this. I don't take any of that very seriously at all. When people say send the contract, that I do believe is going to be a situation where you are doing it basically to put pressure on him on social media, because there's a video of it. There's a bunch of people around it that sees it. There's definitely a bunch of people that are going to hear about it. But that, my friend, is not clout chasing. What that is trying to get attention for a fight, cause irritation, cause publicity to get the fight. Same thing that everybody else has been doing in the sport of boxing for a very long time, including Devin Haney himself consistently. But it is what it is, man. At the end of the day, it's funny to me. If Devin Haney doesn't want to take the fight, just drop the belts. If you drop the belts, then you know, hey man, you're going to go up to 140 pounds, and then you don't have to worry about Shakur Stevenson, quote unquote, clout chasing you or anything like that. The biggest problem with this fight, though, with Shakur and Devin, though, is that Devin ain't going to beat Shakur. And that is a major, major problem, because that just would not be, I don't think that that's what he wants, man. I think he if he goes up to 140 pounds, he definitely has a better chance of beating somebody like, I don't know who you'd fight up there, man, really. Teofimo Lopez. He has a better shot at beating Teofimo Lopez than he does, I believe, Shakur Stevenson or Gervonta Davis. I don't think any of the other fights are really available for him if I look at him, because what do you have? The IBF is Matias and Regis Prograis, those guys. And yeah, two guys are on the PBC and the other one, or on Showtime, and the other one is over there on DAZN. So man, but anyway, it'd be really interesting stuff. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.